All
Yo.
right, we're back. Today's going to be a special episode. Welcome back to the Super Fantasy Bros podcast. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be doing a live mock draft. So it's going to be a special episode. It's going to be a little different. We're going to be talking through our picks. Us four will all have a selection in the draft. T Gods is going to be pick number 4 overall. Matt's going to be pick 5. And Q is going to be pick 12. I'll be pick 9 myself. So we're kind of all over the place here to give you different perspectives and what we're thinking when we're making picks. So to join something like this with us in the future, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Super Fantasy Podcast, as well as on Twitter at Super FB Podcast. Just make sure you're following us there. We're always announcing stuff, and you can always DM us, and we'll respond, help you out with any questions you have, or if you want to do something like this in the future. Also, make sure you follow the Twitch if you're here right now. All right. And also, one other special announcement before we get into some of the fantasy news today. We have a new partnership. So we have a new partnership with the Thrive Fantasy app for iOS and Android. The Thrive Fantasy app is a daily fantasy sports app for player props. So if you download the Thrive Fantasy app today and use our promo code SUPERFB, that is SUPERFB, and you deposit $20 or more, the app will match that deposit for an instant $20 bonus. So go check out the Thrive Fantasy app today and use our promo code SUPERFB.
I know you guys have been saving your money over this quarantine, so don't even hesitate.
All that unemployment coming in.
Yes,
Trump
sir.
bucks.
Exactly. All right, let's move into some big fantasy news. Obviously, first and foremost, Leonard Fournette waived by the Jaguars and cleared waivers.
Wait, that just happened today?
No, not today. It was the other day. I know we're a little late here, but we still should discuss. There's been a lot of news coming out. So what are your guys' thoughts right now and how that impacts not only the Jaguars, but as well as Leonard Fournette owners for people that have already drafted?
If you've already drafted him, that's kind of unfortunate because I feel like his best bet of producing the most will be in Jacksonville. Wherever he goes, most places he'll be the number one guy, but I just think that whatever team he goes to that's not the Jaguars, he's definitely going to drop a little in production.
For sure. I agree, Q. It definitely hurts the Jaguars because I already thought they were going to be one of the worst offenses in the NFL. And one of their only weapons was really Leonard Fournette, and they just got rid of him. So it really doesn't help either of them.
Yeah, exactly. Leonard Fournette was going to get an insane workload for the Jaguars, pretty much the same thing as last year. But, I mean, they've been wanting to get rid of him for a while. They were trying to trade him, couldn't find a partner, so they ended up just letting him go. Definitely think he's going to be picked up, but let's just talk about the Jaguars. I know there's a couple guys in that backfield. I think most likely to be the starter would be Raquel Armstead, but they also still have Chris Thompson back there. How do you think that's going to work out?
He went to Temple. He's going to be a GOAT. But Chris Thompson will probably end up being the more relevant one just because he has the most experience and pass catching ability.
He'll at least be more relevant in fantasy for sure.
Yeah. And especially in terms of PPR leagues, like Chris Thompson has shown flashes, but the only thing that scares me is his health. Obviously, every year he's put up some points, he ends up getting banged up. So, all right. And then, so if you do still have Leonard Fournette, obviously hold on to him. There's a lot of things circulating around. I wouldn't drop him by any means. I know it kind of sucks, but you got to hold on to him now. There's all 3 teams showing interest right now that have been rumored. First and foremost, the Chiefs. How do you think that would affect the Chiefs' backfield?
Bye-bye, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
No, he's not going anywhere. That's my guy.
Bye-bye. Oh, man. I wish it happened because people who took him in the first round would be so salty.
No, I really hope it doesn't. Clyde Edwards, they've been outright saying that they like him a lot and they would want Fournette to be more of a backup and basically be like that short yardage kind of guy that comes in for a change of pace. So I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire would still be relevant. He definitely just would not be worth the first-round pick with Leonard Fournette lurking behind him.
Right.
But another team that's been showing interest as of today was the New England Patriots. How do you think that would affect their crazy backfield? Would you even want Leonard Fournette on that team?
Not at all.
They have
They would have 5 running backs.
No, they can make like a team of just their running backs. They have like 11 guys.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some cuts. I don't even know if Lamar Miller is going to make the cut, but I think there's been rumors that he might get left off the 53-man roster because he's still not up to full health at this point.
I hope they take Rex with them. Take Rex with them.
Yeah,
but take at least half of them.
Yeah. I think the Patriots, he would end up being the number one there. I still would just be nervous because I don't think he would be guaranteed a full workload, especially with some issues showing up to practice and whatnot in the past at the Jaguars. Bill Belichick doesn't play.
He don't play no games.
Exactly.
Belichick don't play no shit.
And as of an hour ago, the Bucks are also serious contenders for Leonard Fournette. So what are your thoughts on that? Does that affect Ronald Jones a lot?
I hate that because I really liked Ronald Jones coming into this year. I liked him last year, and now that he's like the for sure starter and he's like really the only one there, I think he could have ran away with it.
What about Keyshawn Vaughn?
Yeah, they still got him. Apparently, he's struggling to get up to speed a little bit. The rumor today is that Ronald Jones is supposed to do early down work, and Dare Agambawale is going to be the third down back.
Impressive.
Repite, por favor.
Play it backwards.
He was there last year as well, so he's got some experience in that offense. They still like him as a player, but Shady could also end up being passing down guy there too. They've got a lot of backs too, so who knows where Leonard Fournette's going to go? Definitely something to keep an eye on. Another big piece of news that came out was Alvin Kamara missed multiple practices due to contract situations a little bit, but also an epidural shot he got that apparently went a little bit haywire. But he returned to practice today. The trade is still on the table as well. So they're talking about possibly trading him if they get some high draft compensation. What are your thoughts on taking Alvin Kamara as early as top 5 right now?
Don't do it before. Don't do it now. Clearly,
What do you mean not before?
Definitely before.
They want to. They wanted to pay. They paid Taysom Hill before, and they won't even pay Kamara. So obviously, he's the future in that backfield.
Well, I wouldn't say all
Taysom
that.
Hill
You're
is the
saying
future in the backfield.
no one listened to that advice at all, please.
Yeah, please.
Taysom Hill draft him in all leagues. He's plays every
Please.
position.
Definitely
Dude,
still.
you're losing all of our credibility.
I hate him. I hate him. But it's the truth.
The contract negotiations are still progressing. He did show up to practice today, but there's definitely still some weariness about that. I would drop him maybe a couple slots, but his upside's still too high to pass on.
I don't know. You guys let Zeke fall last year, so I don't think I would do the same with Alvin Kamara this year.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to fall that far. As anyways, J.K. Dobbins will probably have a significant role in the offense. That was pretty obvious, but the way they worded that seems like he might end up taking over Mark Ingram sooner rather than later. Do you think you should switch where you're drafting them at this point, or are you still taking Mark Ingram over J.K. Dobbins?
Definitely over JK, but don't say I didn't tell you the last couple of weeks that JK will be the new starter because Ingram doesn't have a new contract yet, so I think they're going to be moving for the future. But I'll still draft him in this. I'll draft JK his spot, maybe a few spots up, but definitely not over Ingram.
Yeah, I still think I'm taking Ingram. His presence in the locker room is too much to take away at this point. I don't think they would want him not being involved at all. So he's not going anywhere. I just think J.K. Dobbins is definitely someone to keep an eye on, especially if anything happens to Ingram. All right, a couple other small pieces of news here. Dwayne Haskins and Tyrod Taylor were named starters officially. Both of them are really late round flyers at best. So keep an eye on them, maybe on the waiver wire if they start putting up some big numbers. Mohamed Sanu was released from the Patriots. I didn't think they had that many wide receivers to start with, but I guess he's not up to speed for Bill Belichick offense at this point. Any thoughts on Mohamed Sanu? Is he even relevant at this point?
Nikhil Harry.
Birds.
Yeah, if
The
he
Eagles
signs with
definitely
the
grab
Birds,
him a
I'll
wide
take
receiver.
him. I'll take him for sure.
I would agree.
I love me some Sanu.
Probably still get hurt though.
And
Just
just
our luck.
yeah.
He'll
Just-
be our backup if Wentz goes down.
Before we get started, just to wrap up a couple injuries that are bigger injuries that have happened at least. Tyrell Williams out for the season, confirmed with a torn labrum. He was going to try and play through it, but obviously it seems to be more serious. Wentz is still missing practice with a soft tissue injury. They're still downplaying it, saying he should be ready, but until I see him back at practice, I am a little bit nervous as season's now 11 days away for the Eagles. So
He's good.
and a couple other people that have missed practice the last couple days. DeAndre Hopkins actually missed practice again with that same hamstring that he was back for. So just something to monitor. Kenyon Drake keeps missing practice. They think he'll be back this week, but nothing set in stone. Darrell Henderson still missing practice, working back from the hamstring. AJ Brown missed practice today, but for an undisclosed reason. So something to just keep an eye on. And finally, George Kittle still trying to get back this week. So those are some bigger injuries just to keep an eye on and monitor as we progress. All right, let's get into the live mock draft. As I said, we're going to be talking through our picks. We're going to be starting it up right now. So I believe our
Yeah.
friend Sam has the first overall pick. So
I'll be a troll here.
Everybody should better be in there.
Right.
Yep. So
What
we'll,
even?
we'll start it up now at 7:10, and we'll go as far as we can, pretty much, depending on time.
All right, come on, Mr. Hollywood.
I mean, if you don't
Mr.
take
Hollywood
him,
is on the clock. Definitely expecting him to take Christian McCaffrey for sure.
yeah,
there's no argument.
unless you're Sean, he would take Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
No, he would take Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
It's obvious pick.
I keep fucking bumping into
Okay.
this mic, man.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Duffy's-
Christian
wait.
McCaffrey goes number 1 overall. Saquon
Saquon
Barkley
number
goes
2.
number 2.
Makes sense.
I think that's how most drafts are going at this point, to be
Yeah.
honest. So definitely makes sense. And
G
Zeke
Bart,
goes
yeah.
3. So that leaves T Gods. Pick 4.
Good pick, Bart.
Who are you thinking with all this Alvin Kamara nonsense?
He didn't
going
even
on?
think
Dalvin
that
Cook.
much.
I didn't have to think about it.
Whoa.
I didn't have to think.
This pick is tough.
I don't know. I would still definitely hesitate on Dalvin Cook too. His contract situation. He's not necessarily holding out, but I wouldn't be shocked if he wants to sit out.
Still like Dalvin over.
Psych.
Oh my god.
Matt takes Kamara too. He's not
Need
worried.
Kam-
He's not
need
worried.
Kamara. I told you.
Shout out Vince Chaffa at 6 here. He takes Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Michael Thomas.
That's why he was blacked out from the league.
Love that pick. I love that pick.
Wow.
And Michael
First
Thomas
receiver
goes
off the
7.
board.
First receiver, obviously. I think this has gone pretty much as expected for
Let's go,
most
Lil Kev.
PPR drafts at this point. Those are
think-
definitely the top 6 running backs, in my opinion.
Do you think Lil Kev will steer away from the running backs? Oh no, he went.
That's
Derrick
a
Henry.
good. That's a good pick right there.
Yeah,
That's a
I don't
great
hate
pick.
it. So now I'm on the clock, and was not ready for it to come this quickly. All right, I
That's
guess
what she said.
I got to do it here, guys. I got to take my guy.
Huge joke of the week.
Don't do it.
I'm doing
Don't
it.
do it.
Oh my god.
Joe Mixon,
Oh.
baby. It's Joe
my
Mixon season.
God.
Someone
Over
kick
it.
him from the league. Kick him from
Wow.
this draft.
Yikes.
I love me some Joe Mixon this
Good.
year.
Commissioners.
Joe Mixon, dude, I've talked about him pretty much every episode at this point. I love him this year. He's going to put up numbers in a better offense this year, even though he put up numbers last year, too. People are still asleep on him. He's got
And
to
he
be
just got
top 10
paid.
running back this season.
Quick shout out to everybody who's actually in. They're actually all here.
Right.
That's shout out to you guys for making it possible.
Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody being here. All right, pick number
This
10.
can go either way.
Who is this?
This is
Who-
former QB1 Christophe Minot, Upper Darby
Alright.
QB1, played football at Lycoming. Definitely has some football knowledge.
Shout out you do football.
He's struggling to think
Okay,
about who
yeah,
to
what-
pick here.
Matt, remember the no offense when the UD football post.
Oh yeah.
Austin Eckler.
Good pick.
Good pick. Love me
Good
some Austin
pick.
Eckler. I almost took Austin Eckler over Joe Mixon.
I'm hoping this being a 12, this strategy.
Maybe. Mixon might have fell back to you.
I don't know. That's
Easily.
No
close.
Nice.
way.
No?
No way.
Q wouldn't touch him. I think
I'm not
Schultz might
touching
take him
him.
in the second if he
Oh,
was still there.
Schultz definitely would.
Schultz had him last year. He
Schultz,
hated
no,
him.
Mixie.
As soon as Schultz actually traded me Mixon last year, as soon as Mixon decided to turn up. Appreciate that. Shout out to you,
Yo.
Schultz. Julio at 11.
Great pick.
Yeah, can't hate the Julio pick at all. DeAndre Hopkins, despite the hamstring issue, does
We're
not
gonna
care.
see if this.
And
Oh,
Devontae
the
Adams.
stack.
Whoa! I
We're
think we
gonna
all
see
go.
if this
wide
works.
receiver.
Me and Bart were just talking about this. I said I wouldn't be
Whoa.
mad if that happened.
I
But
wanna see.
I would have to get a running
Bro,
back.
If
right
the
now.
right people fall, though, this could
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
This could work
could
so
work.
good.
That's like 2 top 4 wide
it's
receivers.
No, I
top
would-
5.
It's too risky.
I'd rather take Julio over D Hop. I wish that was the case, but
That's just so
Josh
risky
Jacobs
to come
Over
back
Kenyon
to
Drake.
at pick. What is that? 36 overall to get your RB1.
no,
I
I'm
think there's
promising
gonna
you it's gonna
be-
work.
There's going to be
Okay.
at least 15 running backs going by that point.
I'll let you know if I get the guy that I want.
Oh, say excuse me.
No, that was the chair. Need some oil.
I think we talked on the wide receiver episode about doing wide receiver strategy and said like it's pretty much not viable.
But if that happens, that's like.
I
But
mean,
I feel like that won't happen in our league.
if you're looking at it, like that's 2 top 5 wide receivers. You could easily package one of them in for a running back trade, anyways. So
Or you
I
could
mean,
just rock out with them.
unless you're going zero running back strategy in a year with no running back depth, you got to be banking on some rookies to blow up later or something.
That could happen.
Yeah, if you took
Like your boy Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
like Jonathan Taylor probably could fall back to Q at this point, as well as J.K.
I-
Dobbins later. You could definitely get some upside later.
Why hasn't my boy Aaron Jones been picked yet? Hasn't been
Because
picked yet.
Aaron Jones isn't a top 10 running back for me right now.
I just think that even with the AJ Dillon, I don't think AJ Dillon will see the field as much as people think that he will.
At the buzzer, Nick Chubb.
Ooh.
Not a huge fan of Nick Chubb right now with Kareem Hunt back there.
And on the last episode, least valuable pick, Nick Chubb.
Let's see what I should do here. I'm torn a little bit between taking another running back or a wide receiver.
Don't you do it.
There's still plenty of good running backs available.
I think, yeah,
A
exactly.
plethora.
I think I'm going to take the
You wanna
running
use
back
big words.
upside here with Miles Sanders. Got to take Booby. I think he's got a lot of upside this year on that Eagles
Oh, look, I
offense.
knew he was
Reek.
picking.
Yeah, he did.
Love
I
me
was
some,
hoping Reek fell to me.
and love me some Reek. Reek Derrick Henry.
Lil Kev's mouth was watering.
That's monstrous.
I almost took Reek. That's who I was pretty much torn between. It was either another running back or a wide receiver, but I think I can get wide receivers later, so I'm not as worried about that position.
Definitely.
Exactly. Like when it comes back around to me, I think I'm still going to be able to get a solid low end wide receiver one. Mark's got to be looking at running back at this point. There he goes, Kenyon
Yeah.
Drake.
Bang. Good pick. I like Kenyon this
Does it
year.
last
a
if it's
lot.
bad, but we- sometimes
Yeah, as long as
sometimes-
the walking boot was because
Baby.
of actually some bruises, I like that pick a lot.
Oh!
Ooh,
I don't know if that was
first quarterback off the
Patrick
board.
Mahomes.
He's already got two
A
Chiefs,
running
though.
back, quarterback.
I think
Oh,
Vince must
no.
have watched last episode where Matt said that Patrick Mahomes is going to break the passing touchdown record.
6,000 yards? Oh, okay.
Honestly, he is.
Patrick Mahomes, I don't hate him at that spot. I think I would prefer to get him in the third if he falls to me. I don't want to reach on a quarterback personally for my draft strategy anyways.
Understandable. I
You
just had
guys-
to take my guy.
Damn,
he
Big
actually-
Mike.
He actually got the stack. He got Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Patrick Mahomes. That's like the whole Chiefs offense right there.
You
Don't
forgot
disrespect
about Reek
Kelsey.
and Kelsey.
I'm talking about
Like-
like best offense in football. Like you're gonna get the Reek and Kelsey points with Mahomes.
Damn,
You're gonna
Two-
get
two
the running
bucks in
back
a row.
points.
I was really thinking about taking Travis Kelsey.
Mother sucker.
Mike
I just
Evans
can't do it.
and Chris Godwin back to back. I've seen that in most drafts. Their ADPs are actually 23 and 24 at this point. So
Hard to. I mean, there's like a little difference between them. I think one has more upside than the other.
Who has
who?
more upside?
I think Godwin has more upside, but I like Mike more.
Like Mike.
like Mike. I
I'll
think
make that my
Godwin's
team
a
name.
little bit safer. I think Mike Evans has more upside. I would argue.
Cards.
James Conner moved up a lot.
Yeah, sleepers rankings are definitely different from ESPN, and obviously it's a different platform.
Right.
I think
Or
every
to Chris
platform you go to,
Carson.
there's different ADP and whatnot.
Carson, my boy. I'm definitely a big fan of him.
Chris Carson.
Oh, Kelsey in the second.
Yeah, I like Kelsey in the second. I think Kelsey mid-second isn't even a bad thing.
Saquon and Travis.
No, I'm
Kelce.
surprised he made it this far.
I think he would have
Well,
went
I'm
to
not.
least.
Maybe I'm not
Stuff he
surprised.
could have gotten him in the
Let I'm interested
I don't
to see
know.
what Sam does right
When
here.
you got back-to-back at one, that
I
tight
know-
end or
I know what he's
quarterback
doing.
is
I know.
always tempting.
I think he goes Kenny.
He's taking it. He's taking it.
Oh my God, Kenny's still available.
Sam
he's
loves
definitely
Kenny
taking
Galladay.
Kenny.
I know that for
and-
sure.
No, triple
Damn.
running back.
They can't
What?
go-
Triple running back.
Oh my God, Lamar. Wow,
And Lamar Jackson right
lot to
next.
talk
Wow.
about.
Sam's trolling.
Wow.
No,
No, I don't think he's trolling. That's a strategy. I
that
saw
is
somebody.
strategy.
I actually did a draft last week where the number one overall pick did the same thing. He took McCaffrey, and then Aaron Jones and Kenyon Drake fell to him, and he took both.
Wow.
Can be used as bait. Could be used as another.
I
as
think that's a
flex
little
spot.
high on James Conner for me personally. I'd probably take him
You
like
there?
Good pick.
late third, early
Oh.
fourth.
Me. Okay.
Adam
Ooh,
Thielen.
This isn't too
that-
hard. I'm taking my. And
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's your guy.
Call it a day.
David
Actually-
Johnson. Q.
Love me
Are you
some David
panicking yet?
Johnson.
There's a lot of running backs going.
No, my guy's still there.
Your guy. Oh my God. He's
Your
got a
guy,
target
you got
in
one
mind.
guy.
Hey, watch
Just for
this.
this technique.
Gone now.
Alright.
Matt just took him.
Two
That's
wide
not my guy.
receiver ones.
Oh no, you took Galladay. I was hoping he would fall back to me somehow.
No
Vince
way.
easily would have taken him.
I love Galladay.
Oh, I know who your guy is.
Does Vince take a wide
Evans
receiver?
and
I know
Galladay.
Or is he stacked on running backs?
He's taking a running back. I think he's. What?
George
I mean,
Kittle.
That
That's
is
right where he's going.
equivalent. That is equivalent to a receiver.
I think that's his ADP pretty much. I liked it. I like Vince's draft right now thus far.
That's a
It's
good
interesting.
pick.
It's different. Yeah, it's very different.
I'm usually one to stack up on depth. I like getting a bunch of running backs and wide receivers
Yeah.
before I even think about taking quarterback and tight end, just because I can find value later. Mark's on the clock here. Michael Thomas, Kenyon Drake,
I don't know how I
Jonathan
feel
and
about
now
Taylor.
rookie
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Was that a
Wow.
reach?
I
Maybe.
wouldn't call it a reach.
I don't really like
mean,
the running
I'm
back.
asking. I,
think-
wasn't implying that it was.
Oh yeah, I think if you're looking at the running backs that are left, like Jonathan Taylor has the most upside. Like as a rookie, he could end up breaking out this year compared to some of the older guys like Todd Gurley and whatnot. And I'm talking.
I
during my
like
pick.
Todd Gurley more.
Need a wide receiver at this point.
Yeah, you do. You're taking your boy.
My boy DJ Moore.
What?
Got it.
I thought you were taking A-Rob.
I thought he
No,
was
I
taking
knew he
Dark.
was taking DJ.
I love DJ Moore. I got DJ Moore ranked as my 9th wide receiver.
Wow.
I don't know. It's a little high, I think. New offense, new everything, honestly.
Honestly, Matt Rule wants him to be his go-to guy. He's going to get a ton of targets. in
Matt
that
Rule has
offense.
his temple boy, Robbie.
He wanted DJ Moore
I get-
over Robbie when he was recruiting him.
They
Well, DJ
were
Moore said no.
Damn, he said
they were
I'm
talking
scared
about
of
getting
this
rid of Curtis Samuel and the other receiver.
Yeah, Curtis Samuel's struggling. That's been talked about in training camp. So I don't think he's going to end up making the roster. They have a lot of wide receivers.
They might get Sanu.
Odell. I like that.
Odell
Sean doesn't like
Beckham
that.
I like
Jr..
that.
Good pick.
Eileen Zajac with the donation of $4.
Ooh.
Shit. Fuck you, Schultz.
Wow, there goes
Thank
Q
you,
Sky,
Eileen.
Le'Veon Bell.
Now, like my team's gonna be.
Now you're struggling to find that running back value. You gonna take Leonard Fournette?
Do you think Fournette will be signed within the next 3 days? I guess he has like 8 days, but
Yeah, I think if I'm UQ, I gotta go back to back running backs.
Yeah.
Scared of Fortnite on the team, bro. He
Melvin
doesn't even-
Gordon, RB1.
that's
Heck,
so risky.
Also, I don't know if
It
I
could
said
work.
thank you,
It
but
could
definitely
work.
thank you, Eileen, for the donation. I
Yeah,
didn't get to
thank you,
see it.
Eileen.
Thank you.
We
Much
Don't get to see what it said.
We can now eat dinner tonight.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
$1 each. Let's go get some McChickens.
Go.
We need like
$1
50 more
six.
cents each.
All right, I'll just have to take him.
What?
Fournette in the 4th? You don't even know what team he's on.
I thought you were gonna take.
He's gonna be
Mostert
signed by
on
week
the-
1.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
take.
but-
I honestly thought you were taking Kareem. I thought you love Kareem. I
No, I
wouldn't
was
take
gonna-
him personally.
Lev was my guy.
His
Okay.
value, Fournette's value cannot be the 4th right now. Depending, like if you're drafting tonight, can't take him there.
was a
Sam
little-
said, "Great pick" in the chat.
Maybe I was a little panicked.
You're
That's just my
dumb.
opinion. I mean, if you think Fournette still has the upside, I just don't think
Definitely
wherever he
has the
goes,
upside.
he's gonna be RB1 for sure and locked in for all that volume. And that's what he's always needed.
4th round potential though. I don't know.
Yeah, I would take him a little later at this point.
I mean,
Ooh.
the 2 years that he's played the whole season,
Mari
1,000
Cooper.
yards.
Hate
Yeah.
on my boy.
I'm definitely not sleep on Leonard Fournette. I know he's got the talent. I'm just worried about
If
where
I
he
hit my
goes.
mic
Yeah,
one more
yeah.
time, I'm punching myself in the face.
I kind of want to. I think we all want to see that.
Yeah, that'll be our entertainment.
All
during
right,
the mock draft.
if I do it, it'll happen.
The halftime show.
Please
Matt
do it
gets
on
rocked.
purpose.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
I hope Bob feels home. He could do it for you.
Another special guest appearance, baby.
Christoph's working here. I like his squad thus far. I'm just a look. That's 2 Cleveland Browns already.
Yeah, he believes in Baker, baby.
Nick Chubb definitely still has upside. I'm just still nervous personally.
Drew Lock has
I'm
a better
nervous too.
season than Baker this year. Definitely.
Eh.
Drew Lock over Baker. He has a better season this year.
I agree.
And it's sad because Baker has better weapons.
I
I
really
like
hope
Drew Lock. I like.
my
I
guy
don't like
is
him
there
for fantasy,
next
but I
kick.
like him.
Would you like him as much if you didn't
no,
if you
he's
didn't
not.
see him caught singing?
Oh, A-Rod.
I wouldn't like him as much.
Allen Robinson gets drafted. That's really
Yo.
who I was targeting at this point. But I think I got to go with my next best available, which is Robert Woods.
Woodsy.
So I'm taking Robert Woods over Calvin Ridley, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp, Juju. I just think Robert Woods is the safest out of those guys
Ram.
personally.
Ram then Ram.
Robert Woods is so solid. Only had 2 touchdowns last year. He's definitely going to have more this year. So that's why I took him at that point.
AJ Brown.
Some solid running
Goes.
back, wide receiver.
my guy.
Wide receivers
I
are
wanted
guy.
him. I wanted him.
Vince has to take a wide receiver at this point, in my opinion.
Sorry. Yeah, he definitely has to.
Or he could take an RB2 and wait. But
Actually, he doesn't need a receiver.
he could wait a little bit
He
longer.
doesn't.
He could go one more round without taking one if he takes a running back.
I mean, Gallup still available. Boyd, Fuller.
Juju. I wanted.
I'm
Juju.
gonna
There's
make
a lot
a,
of wide
I'm
receivers.
gonna make a bold pick right here. This is a bold pick.
I just know he's not coming to me, so I'm gonna
Yeah, he
shoot.
took Juju.
DK.
All right, Matt. DK Metcalf.
Not bad, not
So
bad.
Matt's going 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. Why do you like that strategy?
It's PPR, baby. And I have one of the best receiving backs. I got 3 of the top 20 receivers in my opinion.
Could have
2 top 10. 2 top 10. So
Yeah, I was really hoping Galladay would fall to me.
I'm surprised you didn't take Ridley, Matt.
no, I like DK a little bit more than Ridley. Because I think DK actually has potential to become the number 1 on his team. Ridley's in Julio's shadow 24/7.
Hurts C2.
Yeah. Matt really likes that DK Metcalf upside.
I do.
Ertz
let
in the
Bart
fourth.
have-
And
Mark Andrews.
Back-to-back tight ends. Do you like
Mark
Ertz in the
Andrews.
fourth?
I like his value compared to everyone that's there.
Yeah,
I don't. I
definitely
don't. I
agree.
like. I never draft a tight end early.
But
why
if there's
not?
one
Why
sitting
not
there,
try
you
it
might as
out?
well.
Don't stream your tight ends. You will get fucked.
Yeah, you got to play the
Literally
matchups.
fucked.
I
It's
voted
just
for no
tough.
tight end this year.
Except this year, I think
Shot
it's
down.
very tight ends
Yeah,
are very
tight
deep.
end.
Tight ends are very deep this year.
Classic fantasy football has a tight end.
Calvin Ridley.
I think the tight end
next receiver
renaissance
off the board.
is starting pretty soon. There's a lot of young tight ends that have a lot of upside in the NFL right now.
Wow, Sam's
Hollywood.
making quick picks.
Sam's
Sam definitely needed wide receivers, so we got Tyler Lockett as wide receiver 1 and went with some upside. Marquise Brown, wide receiver 2.
he's the
Wow.
number
don't
one
hate it. I
guy
think
on the
there was some-
Ravens.
I think there
I'm
were some
surprised he
safer
didn't
picks.
take his man.
I personally love Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna take.
I think Keenan Allen's been
There he
underrated.
goes.
I mean,
there he
you-
goes.
Sam's trolling.
right
don't think
after
listen.
I mentioned Keenan Allen, he gets picked. I think he's been underrated in a lot of
That's
drafts.
who I was. That's who I was taking of it.
Christoph said that's the latest he's seen Tyler Lockett drafted in any draft. And
Wow.
honestly, it's pretty low, especially DK Metcalf going over him. I know Matt
Oh,
loves DK
it's
Metcalf,
my pick
but
and my boy
Tyler
is
Lockett
still
was really
there.
solid last year.
I think DK is gonna be the number 1 on the team.
Leave him for me.
Oh,
Your boy.
Easier target
this is
for
my
us to throw to.
my man's.
Oh yeah, we know
Love me
T-Duz
some
loves his
TY.
TY.
If
T.Y.
Ty is not on my team
Loves
this year, I'm spam trade whoever has him.
Yeah, I definitely spam trade for some of my favorite
Oh, yeah,
players.
Sean.
If anyone drafts Jarvis Landry or Keenan Allen in the league I'm in, you're gonna just expect some trades in your inbox.
Just hold off to like week 11, then Sean will give up. Or whenever the season's about to end.
Matt, what positions you looking at here?
I'm looking at running back, and there's a guy who I think has a lot of upside, and I'm gonna take him.
Ostert.
Must start.
Posted on the beat.
Raheem
Yep.
must start.
That was my pick for most improved player. I think he has that RB1 upside, especially on an offense that just force feeds running the ball.
Definitely.
For sure. And he can catch out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And Breda's
He's had,
on.
he's had a lot of talent. Yeah, and Breed is gone as well.
Yeah,
They still have
Breida.
Tevin Coleman.
had, like-
Apparently, Jarek
yeah.
McKinnon's healthy, but that's rare.
It's
I think he'll be very good.
Sam said Matt's team looks like his last year.
I don't remember who Sam had last year. Matt, what's your team
Sam?
like? Kamara, Mike Evans. Yeah, it does look like Sam's a lot. He had Mike Evans and Galladay.
That's solid.
I'm a Sam fanboy. Yater's gonna yate, baby.
And he had Mostert, apparently.
On Vincenzo.
I wonder who Vince is trying to think here. He's definitely looking running back, I would guess. with only one running back in the 5th round.
Cortland
I was
Sutton.
thinking about taking Cortland Sutton, but it wouldn't
was
make
I.
sense for me to
I
have
like
4
Cortland
wide
Sutton. I think
receivers.
that's the latest I've seen Cortland Sutton drafted, in my opinion.
So
That's
he's
pretty
going to
late.
be going into the middle of the 6th round with only one running back.
It's ballsy.
Have to start Montgomery.
That's Cortland Sutton's 25th. I think his ADP is like at least 19th. So he definitely went pretty low. I think that's a steal for Cortland Sutton there.
Zach Moss.
Vincenzo's Huevos Grande.
I should have taken Sutton over Ty.
Oh, no, he didn't. Mark
Oh.
snipes me here. Takes my guy
Wow.
Kyler
You
Murray.
were about
I
to take
was-
him?
I was thinking about it, man.
Ball
NFL
on the
MVP
baller
this
right
year.
after.
Yikes.
Wow. Tight end right after that, too. Definitely don't want to reach too early on quarterback.
Baller. Where's Gronky Poo at?
What you looking at, Sean? What
Torn
position?
between running back and wide receiver. I think
Oh my
It's-
God!
I
there's
think
some
that
good-ass
Terry
wide
McLaurin's still
receivers.
sitting here at this point. I think I have to take him. I like Terry McLaurin's upside a lot
Yeah,
as basically the best wide receiver on his team. So I think I gotta take him.
I agree. There is a lot of good wide receivers left.
I know my next 2 picks as long as Schultz doesn't fuck it up.
So I
He's
went
gonna fuck
back
the
to back
first two.
running backs with my pick at 9, and I ended up with DJ Moore, Robert Woods, and Terry McLaurin as my 3 wide receivers. So I think that filled out pretty
It's not
nicely.
bad. It's not bad.
There's really some solid
Terry-
receivers left. That's crazy. I guess
Wide
there
receiver
are a
is
lot. Very
super
deep.
deep this
Don't
year, and
pick.
running backs super shallow. I did. I took Terry McLaurin.
Lied.
No, he picked
What?
him.
You picked them.
All right.
I think
There
maybe
we go,
yours was-
there we go.
Wilson.
I think maybe yours was a little bit behind. There we go. Russell
Bit.
Wilson,
Little bit.
Kareem
Very
Hunt. Oh my
behind.
God, picks are flying. Q, who
They
are you
are
taking
flying.
now? You feel comfortable with it? Leonard Fournette as RB2 right now? Actually,
yeah.
Leonard Fournette as your RB2 isn't the worst thing in the
I
world.
like
Just depends on where he
you,
goes.
but I'm gonna fuck about your rankings.
Dak Prescott.
Dak.
He's been loving him this year.
Wow, Q is a cowboy.
He's finishing
fan.
top 2 fantasy quarterbacks,
Wow.
Stephon Diggs goes next.
I
I've
think he
never
will
been-
definitely be top 5.
and I hate him.
Yeah, I think Dak's a top 5 quarterback. I think he's definitely
Good
the best
pick,
quarterback
Schultz.
available at that point.
Good pick.
Yeah, I had D Park ranked over Diggs, so that's how I had to go with Parker.
I'm definitely close on them too. I've never been a huge fan of Stephon Diggs. I think doesn't get a lot of volume all the time. So that's the only thing that
Quarterback
scares
play
me.
is iffy for both of those players.
Yeah.
Who knows Josh Allen if he's gotten any better, and then who knows who the quarterback will be all season for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
hating Josh
Fitzpatrick-
Allen.
I like Josh Allen though.
Stick to running.
Stick to running.
Yeah, I like Josh Allen for fantasy. Yes, now there's 5 quarterbacks going at this point. Makes me want to consider it, but I feel like it's too early.
Quarterbacks
There's
just go flying.
Yeah,
Hayden
they do.
Hurst.
Hayden Hurst. That's I mean, I guess at this point you're kind of throwing darts at whatever
If
tight
he
end
plays,
left.
if he plays the Hooper role well, then he could be
He
solid.
definitely could.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Falcons love tight end. I mean, obviously with Matt Ryan. I think
Yeah.
at this point, it's been too long. Mark Ingram's been sitting there. I think I have to take him.
Beetlejuice.
Watt.
Going
Let my
Watson.
guy D Watt. Let my guy D Watt.
Top. He's.
I think
top,
I just needed another running back. I didn't want to take another wide receiver
Right.
because you guys know who's still out there that keeping my eye on.
If I see him, oh my God, he's there. Oh, he's not gonna last to me.
No way he's gonna last you. If he came back to me, it would be a miracle.
No, I think Sam will take him.
I think Matt or T Gods is gonna take him.
No, I know who T Gods is taking. He's right there.
What position?
Just don't worry about it and make your pick.
I'm gonna make my pick.
defense.
I already have my pick queued.
Matt, he took Deshaun Watson. What are you gonna do, man?
I know what I'm gonna do. Don't
He's
you
gonna-
worry.
Draft Minshew because they look alike.
No. Not tonight.
Ugh. I bet many people have drafted their teams already, but we
Yeah.
wait.
Definitely.
See, you guys one draft day a year, but when Made in America comes around, you don't want me to go to it. That would cause the draft to be sooner.
No, it wouldn't. We do it one day earlier.
Last year we
Sure.
did
Yeah,
it.
we should do it for Q's
Last year we
party.
did it the week before.
Let's
the
just
season
draft on
started.
Q's party day. At Q's.
I don't like that because then
I'm gonna have
everyone
to
forgets what day
take-
it is.
DeAndre Swift. I like his upside a lot.
Evan Ingram. As long as he stays healthy.
Gotta take him there.
I had Evan Ingram last year, man. He's frustrating to own if he can't stay on the
Oh,
field.
that's
But
not who
when
I
he
was
is on the
thinking.
field,
Bro,
He
I
gets
was
a
hoping
price.
Sean didn't take him all the way back there.
I would have taken him if I didn't already have 3 wide receivers.
There's still somebody else there. I thought you were
I-
gonna take.
I,
like,
I was
AJ?
Pick Bart.
oh,
I consider taking Jarv over Terry McLaurin, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I like Terry McLaurin's upside.
2 down from AJ.
Terry McLaurin has
Oh.
no competition.
Bro, I'm not taking him until I have 3 wide.
But he could be the number 1.
He
I think
could be, but
yeah, I think he'll be better than Ty.
I don't want to waste a 6th round pick.
Yeah.
He's just gonna get hurt.
Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones all the way in the 6th tier for Bart. I think that's some good value.
Definitely.
I need a fucking running back.
Yeah, Q, your running backs
Yeah,
are
you have a
scary.
long ways
Everyone
to
else
wait.
is solid though.
You definitely have some solid wide receivers. Can't lie. And a
Yeah.
top 5 quarterback. So building a pretty good roster. Running backs are just terrifying.
Yeah.
You need Melvin Gordon to hit.
Jack.
That's still bad too. I might need 4 more running backs. Cam Akers. Rather have David Akers.
Beats the
There's
buzzer,
some
grabs
super good
AJ
people
Green.
here.
Yeah. There's a lot of good players left.
I think you could wait a little longer for AJ just because of the injury recently. Other than that, I may have scooped him up already.
Yeah, but if he's healthy,
He's actually
he's
back
healthy
at practice, I believe.
and-
So
if you get AJ in the 6th round and he's
Yeah.
OG
He's old
AJ,
AJ.
probably win your league.
yeah, AJ
Especially
Green's
when-
upside is still
Huge.
huge.
Especially with Duffy's
Huge.
team right now, his team would be goaded if AJ was old AJ.
Sam goes 4 straight wide receivers, building up on depth at number 1 slot. Tyler Lockett, Hollywood. He gets Tyler Boyd all the way back to him, and then Brandon Cooks. Sam has a soft spot for Brandon Cooks. I know he does.
Does definitely.
Brandon Cooks is a soft spot in his head.
That may be true, Q.
Julian
Sorry.
Edelman in the 7th. That's Q's value pick right there.
That's solid. He probably, yeah, I think that's where he's going.
Yeah, I think that's right around where he's going. The
Top
value
10
there.
wide receiver last year.
Obviously doesn't have Tom Brady, but he's still going to be good.
Yeah.
He's got to be. So you got us thinking here. What do you think? What positions you looking at?
Running back. I don't know what running back I want. A toss up between all these guys.
Do you play it safe or do you go for upside?
I hope I get my guy.
There's a couple safer picks, and
Naheem
James
Hines?
White or Tariq
Nah.
Cohen, PPR guys. So you know that you're going
Benny
to get
Snell
you
Jr.?
points.
Love
There's
him.
some rookies still lurking there.
New Liv.
Tony Snell.
Benny.
Benny and the Jets.
Guy. I don't want to take backs there.
Will
I like Will Fuller.
Fuller
He's upside. I'm telling
loves Will Fuller.
you. I love
Definitely
Will
a
Fuller.
great pick if he's healthy.
Just like we talked about my least valuable player earlier in Nick Chubb, I'm going to take my most valuable pick, and that is Michael Gallup.
Gallup. I was
That's-
thinking him too.
Ugh. I was surprised you didn't take him. Oh, right. Well, I forgot what you said, but
Yeah, it's a good pick. It's definitely a good pick, Matt. Your team's looking pretty solid at this point.
damn, Lil Kev said T God's gonna take my man's, and he said knew it.
I love
Vince
me
is
some
on the
Michael
clock here.
Gallup.
I don't think anyone's really had a bad draft at this point. I like all the teams here.
Yeah,
Name's
they're all solid.
Definitely some interesting strategies going around. I think Q with the boldest strategy at this point.
If it was regular
Duffy
Fournette,
has possibly the top
Right.
one at their position.
Exactly.
except for Monty.
Well, he's not included in the 3.
Well, all of his players except for Monty can be number 1. Actually, no, never mind.
Vince is hating on the Will Fuller pick and saying T God should have taken Gallup.
I would have taken Gallup.
I got Gallup.
Wait,
I
you
like
did?
I like the Fuller upside for sure. I think Gallup's definitely safer based on last season. Debo
Fuller
Samuel.
could be the wide receiver 1 on that.
J.K.
Oh,
Dobbins. good
J.K.
pick.
Dobbins.
Damn
I was
it, little
hoping they
Pip.
stack the Ravens running backs and load up
Who?
on that backfield. Make sure I got another solid backfield.
Now I'm kind of hoping I don't. Actually, I hope I don't get 12th pick in the real draft unless Fournette is signed to a real
Damn,
team.
Sean, you were hoping he fell right there too, so you could handcuff.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna take a solid tight end at this point. Tyler Higbee.
Big D.
Rest in
Higbee
peace. Dave.
has. There's been a lot of talks, even recently, about at camp saying Tyler Higbee is going to be one of Goff's favorite targets this year.
I don't
I think
see
the
why
last
not.
5 weeks last year were
Yeah, I
not
don't
fluke.
doubt it.
If you remember Tyler
You can't have
Higbee's
5 straight fluke.
the last 5 weeks of last season, he was a top 10 fantasy player, not tight end player. He was
Yeah,
only
that's
behind
impressive.
some running backs. He put up some crazy numbers. If he could do
Take him
half
over.
of that, I think he's going to be a top 5 tight end.
Would you take him over Mahomes?
No.
I bet he
Kinda
finished over
question is
Mahomes
that?
those last 5 weeks or whatever. He
Definitely
said.
not taking him.
Said
over
he was a
Mahomes.
top 10 fantasy player.
Should go second round then.
Exactly.
Ned Bigby.
Small sample size.
Marv,
Relax.
Great pick.
Sean.
I love Marvin Jones.
Same as a question.
Love Marv.
I love the Lions offense too.
The same question.
Going all the way to 16 or 8.
The Matty Ice fool. Yo,
I think we can keep
So-
it going for a couple more rounds. I think we
It's a
should
good
go
stack.
for at least
One of the better stacks
So
in
at
the
least
league
round
there,
10.
Schultz.
What I want to do.
just to kind of get a gauge at everyone's team here. Now it's where picks really show about who
Who
this is
knows
where
their
drafts are
stuff.
made. Who knows their stuff and who's just taking guys' names.
I'm kind of confident in this pick. I think he has his bounce back year to the guy that we know him as from the
Carry on.
Deontay
Ooh.
Johnson was actually taken before. No, not Deontay Johnson.
Swift.
DeAndre Swift
Yeah, I know.
was taken before him.
Carry on was a
DeAndre Swift's
beast.
taken before him in a lot of drafts this year.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of upside. But I still think Kerryon Johnson's good. He was a good running back before he got hurt. So
Yeah, he was solid.
if he can
Gators
stay on the
love
field,
him.
he can put up some numbers. Q, what are you thinking here? You thinking another running back?
I feel like I should, but at the same time, there's some great receivers still available.
Got a long way to go before you back to you.
I know.
If you don't take a running back now, you're going to be hurting.
Yeah. I really don't want to take this guy, but he might have the most upside out of all of them. Let's just do it. I fucking hate him.
Makers.
Let's just do it.
Send it.
Could be good.
Full send, baby.
Yeah, he was my rookie of the year, bust, I think, overhyped rookie. But I think at that value, I think that's really good
Yeah,
value for
I'm
Cam
not
Akers.
planning on putting him as my top guy. So
Hunter Henry goes next. Super solid tight end if he can stay on the field.
should have taken Gronk.
Definitely his top 5 upside if he could stay healthy.
Gronk. top
Definitely
5
should not have
upside.
taken Gronk.
Gronk. Who's Brady's? Who does he look for in the red zone? Gronk.
Mike Evans.
Has he ever looked for Mike Evans before?
He will now. He's got Mike Evans.
Cute. Think before you speak.
I'm just saying he has the most chemistry with Rob Gronkowski in the red zone. Who's he gonna look for first?
Yeah, the retired tight end that lost 40 pounds of muscle and had to try
He's
and
not,
come back
healthier.
on.
he's not even going to be able to beat linebackers anymore.
He's healthier.
Healthier, little bit of a stretch.
So I guess you're saying that I can beat him then.
Jamison
No,
Crowder.
dude.
I love me some Jamison Crowder. I
Making
think
it sound
on the Jets, he can put up some numbers this year. Rashad Perryman's still hurt. He's going to be the only target for Sam Darnold. PPR machine.
no.
I'm
There's
gonna call
one big sleeper on the Jets receiving core that you didn't say.
All right, I'm looking here. I got 3
Suspension
wide
bull.
receivers, 3 running backs, and a tight end. I think now I got to consider quarterback.
Yeah, I think so. We're doing 10.
Yeah, 10 rounds.
Yeah, that's
I'm usually one to wait on quarterback personally. I think I'm going to take Tariq Cohen with
Argue with it.
David Montgomery out. I think he's got a lot of upside to put up some numbers.
yeah.
Very explosive.
Murray find
Big
that.
play
Super.
waiting to happen by
Very
T Gods.
close.
Super explosive.
Oh, at least said Hooper.
Let's see what Lil Kevin
Austin
Henry
Hooper
does.
explosive.
Just say that when Gators draft anybody.
I can't wait to see how Gator drafts.
Jonnu Smith explosive.
I love Jonnu Smith this year. That's what I'm saying about tight ends, man. I think the renaissance is coming.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm gonna
What
draft
was
Kelvin
that?
Benjamin second.
There's a lot
Gator
of good tight ends. Like it felt like the last couple of years, it's been like 3 guys that are good, but
Maybe the
I
streaming.
think there's a lot of
There
young
goes
tight ends with
Marlon
talent,
Mack.
There goes
receiving
Gronk.
talent. Don't like Gronk, but I honestly at round 8, I can't argue it too much. His ADP is like round 5 right now, which is outrageous.
That's reaching. Because of his name.
All right,
At
Matty
this point,
P.
Gronk's a pretty
14.
good value pick.
All right. This is solely
Mecole Hardman.
safety.
He has to hope that Watkins gets hurt. Or
Mecole
late.
Hardman is
This is for safety
Interesting.
purposes only.
I think it's a little too early to go
Latavius Murray.
safety, though. Oh, well, that.
I like that pick.
Who?
I think if
First
you
Taysom Hill.
if at this point in all drafts, if you're drafting Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara, I think you have to reach a little bit on Alexander Madison and Latavius Murray by a round
Too
or
good
two.
for backups. If they get the chance at that starting role, they're
Yeah.
taking off with it.
Yeah, you
And
got to
they could
reach.
be-
You got to reach a little bit just because of their contract situations and whatever's going on
Health.
there. They have a lot of upside.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is Taysom
I don't hate
not
Latavius
We
Murray
have
there
to
at all.
do it.
Oh.
There he goes, Alexander
Uh,
Madison.
I had
don't-
to
I think it's the
I
safe
really
pick at
wanted
that
to
point.
Yeah.
take Jordan Howard.
What are
Money
you thinking,
talks.
T Gods? Were you gonna do that before we just had that conversation though?
I was
And there goes
thinking
Jordan
about
Howard.
it. I was looking at them both.
There goes Jordan Howard. You lost out on him.
Gibson was a guy that I was thinking about, too.
Yeah, I like Antonio Gibson's upside. I think I personally like Bryce Love a little bit too as well. So I don't know about that backfield in general.
Yeah,
It
I'm just
scares me.
scared of that. I don't even want to.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there they go.
Back-to-back quarterbacks.
Sam has to be trolling.
He did that. No, he didn't do that, but he did draft 2 nice quarterbacks last.
Sam likes to use one quarterback as trade bait.
He loves trade bait.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It never works. But although I would
I just Aaron Rodgers has
Those
passed
top
his
10
prime.
No.
Sam is drafting like he has OCD right now.
3 running backs, 4 wide
Very
receivers,
organized.
2 quarterbacks.
Yeah. It's freaking me out.
DD.
Super clean. CD Lamb, Matt, that's your guy.
I
No,
hate
that's the
him.
guy he hates.
I know. That's why I said
I will
that.
take Michael Gallup out of all 3 of them.
Wow.
That's different.
Based on value?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I
okay.
believe that too.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. In general, obviously, I'd prefer Cooper.
Josh Allen.
And Cooper
Oh.
fell pretty far, to be honest. So I liked where Amari Cooper was drafted.
But CD's definitely not the best rookie out of all these receivers. And you've got the 2 ones that are better above him, are still available. I mean,
Josh
And
Allen.
Mike,
I like
or-
Josh Allen. I think I
You're
like Josh
thinking
Allen more than
Chiefs.
Drew Brees.
yeah, Matt's taking Slayton.
Am I crazy for this?
For who?
Not crazy.
Tom Brady.
But is 3
Not at
quarterbacks is 3 quarterbacks in a row crazy?
Wait, who has the best? I think
Matt Stafford. Wow, quarterbacks are flying. I think I need to grab one.
I had to get that Stafford Galladay stack.
that's gonna be dirty. Dirty. There goes Slayton, the worst of the 3.
He took
That's-
Slayton. I know Mark's
Yo,
a Giants fan. So
Mark,
he's-
I love you. Not because you're a Giants fan, but because you're a Darius Slayton fan.
I love him because he took Gronk, but I don't love that he took Slayton.
I like Slayton, Q. I don't know why you hate on Slayton. Slayton's got the most big play ability.
There goes the first rookie.
I was really thinking about taking
CD just
Henry
left.
Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs.
Bro, he's like the
CD
only
doesn't
receiver on that
count.
team.
I think at this
What?
point, I got to stack with my running back here. Carson Wentz.
Mark, you're wrong.
I was also thinking about him.
Good
Carson Wentz at this point, I think I have Carson Wentz as a top 10 quarterback. As long as
Gonna
he's
finish
healthy,
over
he's going to be
D-Watt.
solid.
He's gonna finish
Wentz
over
over
Watson.
Okay, over Watson is,
Can we make
was-
a live bet on that, kid?
You watched the first episode.
yeah, live bet.
Put it on
All
the
right.
board.
Live bet? How much?
We'll just do some chump change. We'll just do
20.
10.
20.
10.
20.
You don't sound confident, Q. You sound
Meet me in
scared.
the middle, 15.
All right, 15.
All right.
All right.
Deal.
So the next round will be the last round of this. We'll just kind of wrap it up at that point. It's looking like we're wrapping up here pretty quickly. We'll go through some of the teams, what team we think's the best, obviously analyze our teams, and then we'll get into some Q&A.
And jokes don't
And
stop.
can't forget Q's joke of the week. Cannot forget it.
He already said it.
Yeah, this is a tough pick. I mean, Christoph right now has 4 wide receivers, 2 running backs, quarterback, and a tight end. So his roster is pretty much filled out. I think he's probably
looking
trying to
for
find
depth.
some depth at running back.
Yes, sir. You can find it. It's there.
There.
Player.
What?
Zach Moss. Definitely
Cam
gonna
Newton.
be.
Whoa.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
I love
neither.
Cam
That could be
Newton.
a steal.
Hate Cam. Hate him.
He's
Hate
already got Russell Wilson. He's just ensuring that he's got 2 solid quarterbacks. I know you hate Cam, but Cam is good. I don't even need to put stats. I just got to say it. Cam's good.
I know the year
I don't
before
wanna
he
hear
got
your
hurt. The year before
He's
he was hurt,
Superman.
he was
Super
better.
trash.
The year before he got hurt, better than he was his MVP year. So that maybe saying something.
Putting up some numbers.
Matt
Pretty
Breida.
good.
Schultz also already has a quarterback and a tight end. Probably trying to find depth. There it is, Matt Breida. Upside in the Dolphins backfield. At this point, you're really just trying to build your roster, fill out like depth and finding guys that have upside. At this point in the draft, I'm looking for a lot of upside.
Yep.
I've
Yep.
taken all my safe picks. I'm looking for
Yep.
rookies, sleepers, whatever I can find.
Yep.
Deontay, my
Q's
guy.
last pick is Zach Moss.
I think
Oh,
he's gonna be the
I don't hate it.
He's
I
gonna be
wanted
the guy
him.
in Buffalo.
That's who I wanted.
Could
That's
be
who I
the
was going to
guy.
grab this round.
I like Singletary still. I like Zach Moss. I think he has a lot of upside, but I still like Singletary. Wow.
Yo.
That noise was disrespectful to
Brains.
Devin Singletary.
Wow.
You're not sorry. I don't like him.
Yo,
It's
I
definitely gonna be
appreciate
a
everyone
PPR
for
back.
staying this long too.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in this draft. Definitely appreciate you guys staying, hanging out,
Facts. That's lit.
going through
Shout
10
out
rounds.
Eileen again for the dono.
And I know that some of these guys in here are definitely some fantasy gurus themselves. So
Shout out Thrive Fantasy as well.
yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Thrive Fantasy. Make sure you download that app. And use our
Yeah,
promo
yeah,
code
yeah, we not
SuperFB.
paid yet.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
$20
I know you
bonus.
guys love spending that money. Scare money don't make no money.
I'm on the
Use
clock,
it
I
on
didn't even
Thrive
realize it.
Fantasy.
Adrian Peterson.
I'm surprised he went after Gibson.
If I had a sticker that I could put up there saying worst pick of the draft, that would be it.
Adrian Peterson's still going to have value. He could
I
end
know.
up falling ahead for 1,000 yards on that team.
Falling ahead.
Let's see,
That's a lot
wide
of yards.
receiver. Close it out here.
Rager.
Rager's injury scares me now.
So got
Hurt.
Sandy, Judy. Judy's
Sterling Shepard, baby.
the best Giants wide receiver.
Dude, apparently he's been flashing in camp again. Obviously, we know he's got the talent. He's just got to stay on the field. And Golden Tate's banged up, so it's going to be Sterling
Always.
Shepard and Darius Slayton show. At least to start the year.
And
Depending
there's
on if
still
Tate
so
can be
many
ready.
receivers available. That's insane. Let's see.
I really like Sterling Shepard, especially at this time.
Definitely.
10th round.
Schultz
Uh,
trying to get two
there.
top-
Fantasy winner one, also known as Joey Schultz, believes he would win this league based on his draft. I think he's piping it, to say the least.
I think he's.
I can't wait to see his team on Saturday when it counts.
I can't wait, bro. It's so close.
Yeah, we'll be doing our draft live, not live, but we'll be doing our draft Saturday, and
post
we'll
a vlog
definitely have a
about it.
vlog coming out on YouTube for you guys to check out.
40 burgers.
Q is Q is going to attempt to eat 40 burgers in 3 hours during the
I'm
draft.
a guy like Barrow.
Not attempt. Complete.
I don't think it's possible, Q.
I assume I'll be buying them myself.
I want to take.
I'm not
Tevin
buying 40
Coleman
burgers.
So bad, but I can't have 4 running
birthday.
backs.
It's my birthday. Buy me
choose me.
burgers. Joe
So-
Burrow.
I'm gonna take the guy with the most upside if that starter goes down. And
Sam did say he gave you 12 hours and you made it 3. You think you can eat 40 burgers in 3 hours? Go
And
right
every
ahead.
30 minutes, and I'll have time after
That's
Said
40.
three.
That's
Q,
40 slices of cheese.
don't think about it. Just
The
eat
cheese doesn't matter.
Okay.
only.
That's
in
like this thick, bro. That's like
well, that would
that
be
much
gross.
cheese.
I'd
That's how
like-
much cheese you're eating, though.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm not
I'm
trying to eat
stack it.
12
No,
hours.
Matt, why would you do that?
Do what?
Vince wants to talk about Philip Lindsay for a second. Personal thoughts on Philip Lindsay. I love Philip Lindsay, but I don't like him that much because now he's stuck behind Melvin Gordon.
I
Yeah.
hope Royce
you gotta read the chat.
somehow-
Before Christoph dips, shout out my guy Sean. We do flip shit at Dairy Queen back in the day. We were flipping in Blizzards, you know what I mean? Dairy Queen was the spot.
Dairy
Shout out
Queen's
Christoph for
alright.
being in the draft
Every-
QB1.
Every time I go to Dairy Queen, I hope that they don't flip it so I can get on their ass about it.
If Christoph was in this draft, I'd definitely scoop.
See, guys, did you want Chase Edmonds?
Yes, I wanted Chase Edmonds.
I'm sorry.
Could be.
Not. This was fun, man. I enjoyed myself.
That was fun.
G
Yeah.
Bardo.
I like the way mocks look on this
Oh,
website.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Mark
Sleeper is
definitely took our advice right
Sleeper's a good
there
app.
and handcuffed his RB1.
Colby Pearson.
I
Sam
hate
just
you,
drafted.
Sam.
Sam's trolling with the last pick of the
I
draft
don't know
here.
who that is.
Don't worry
It's
about
my
picking any
nephew.
more picks.
It's my nephew, Nate Pearson's brother, actually.
All right, pause
And
the
who's
draft
Riley
here.
Ferguson.
We can
free agent.
analyze some teams here and go through just a little bit real quick. What teams you guys are looking at as your favorite? I guess we can go through ours first. You got Dalvin Cook, David Johnson as your running backs, Chris Godwin, T.Y. Hilton, Jarvis Landry, Will Fuller at wide receiver, Zach Ertz at tight end, and Brady at quarterback. How do you feel about your squad?
I love my team. I definitely want a quarterback wide receiver. Got that. I think it's a pretty decent one.
Yeah, Brady and Godwin is going to put up some points some
Yikes.
weeks.
I don't think there's any weak. My starting team.
Yeah, definitely like that
There's
squad.
some injury
Matt,
bugs. But
definitely do have some injury bugs if you want to talk injuries.
and contract bugs,
But you do have Jarvis Landry to go against that injury bug there.
Yeah.
Never missed a game in 6 seasons. Matt, what are your thoughts on your team there?
I really like my team. I mean, I kind of went out of the norm. T Gods is the biggest hater I know. And I took three wide receivers in the first 4 rounds, and I honestly think it'll pay off because I think Raheem
yeah.
Mostert will step up. And also, I believe I have like the best receiving core in this draft.
Please stop.
I do.
I have a better one.
I have a better one.
Sam and Schultz are in the chat saying Matt's on his phone. Matt's on his phone because he's looking at the draft. on
Yeah, I
his
was gonna
phone.
say that.
That's right. That's how we're all drafting right now. Personally, for Matt's team, I definitely like his team, but Schultz wants us to rate his team, especially. So let's go through it. Julio Jones and Amari Cooper at wide receiver
All right,
too.
fuck
I think
me.
that's pretty stacked
That's
too. I know
solid.
we're gonna go through my team too and yours, but he also has Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs, Le'Veon Bell. Your RB2 is a little bit scary. Le'Veon Bell's solid, but like just want to see. You got to beware of the ghost of Frank Gore behind him.
Yeah. I like Le'Veon Bell a lot this year, though.
I don't
just
like
scared
Stephon
of-
Diggs.
I'm scared of Kareem Hunt.
It's flat on.
I think
not
you're
like
gonna.
Stephon
It's
Diggs.
gonna be tough picking your flex every week, but I would definitely flex Stephon Diggs over Kareem Hunt on the regular.
That's why T guys is balding from those flex decisions each
Okay,
week.
you know
You
what?
didn't have to say that.
You know what?
kid.
That's
It's a joke.
Huge joke of the week. He's an
My team-
asshole.
My
How you
team
gonna-
ended up being Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, DJ Moore, Robert Woods, McLaurin, Higbee at tight end, Carson Wentz at quarterback. I also got some depth at running back there, Mark Ingram and Tariq Cohen. I'd be happy with this team. The only thing that scares me a little bit is I don't have much upside late. I think I grabbed a lot of solid guys like Tariq Cohen, Ingram, Shepard, but I don't think any of them have really like a lot of upside to grow into like top tier players.
Yeah, I want Higbee to prove me wrong. Prove to me that you're that good.
I like Higbee. All right, Q, go through your team before we go through
right.
Sam and Vince's, who are also requested.
I definitely think I have two obviously there. All four of my receivers I think are great. Two with upside, the bottom two I'd say. I think I like my last three running backs more than my top two just because of the upside. Unless once Fournette signs with somebody, I don't know if not depending on who it is, just as long as he signs, I'll be confident in who or his production there. Even though maybe less than where he is when he was in Jacksonville and Dak. I'm happy with where I took him just because of the numbers that he's going to put up on a weekly basis with more weapons that he was given. But yeah, I don't now that after doing this, I don't know how I feel about the 12th pick.
Yeah, 12th pick is definitely the hardest pick to pick from.
Tough.
And
It's
going
tough.
wide receiver does not make it easier. You could have had Josh Jacobs there, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb, Kenyon Drake, your guy Aaron Jones.
If Lev was available for me, I would be feeling amazing about the
You were
guys that I
thinking
picked.
Le'Veon and Melvin Gordon probably.
No, Le'Veon, and if Fournette was on a team, it would have been Le'Veon and Fournette.
I still don't like Fournette anywhere he goes at this point. I think his value's less.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you eat your cake, I'll eat mine.
man.
Sam wanted us to go over his team real quick just to run through it. Christian McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, James Conner in the third. A little early on James Conner for me personally. Also has Tyler Lockett, Hollywood, Tyler Boyd, Brandon Cooks, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. What are you guys' thoughts?
I mean, that's like one of the most absurd draft strategies I've ever seen. But I can't knock it because I kind of like Sam's team a lot.
I think he's got a pretty good team.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I think everyone had a pretty solid draft.
I think Sam has 3 running backs who have the upside of being a top 10 running back.
I fuck with Duffy's team heavy.
Well, Christian McCaffrey's obviously going to be top 1.
Yeah, Duffy's team's good as well. Saquon, Travis Kelce, Lamar. Obviously, RB2 is a little scary. David Montgomery and Jordan Howard.
Yeah.
But depth at wide
You
receiver
don't even have
helps.
to worry about your.
Right.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's just going to be the weak spot for every roster has a weak spot. It's got to be that one. I like Vince's team a lot too. Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Mahomes first 2 rounds. Grabbed Kittle. I don't like Juju that much, but I like Sutton the next round.
Love Sutton. And I like
And I like Juju at that value, to be honest. At that pick, I think that's not a bad pick. All right,
His
I mean,
running backs just scare me a little bit after Clyde Edwards-Helaire, including Clyde Edwards-Helaire, honestly.
Lil Kev wants a quick rate as well, so we'll go through it.
Shout out my
What?
man, Lil Kev.
Derrick Henry and Todd Gurley at running back with J.K. Dobbins and Marlon Mack later. Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Henry Ruggs, and Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver. And Darren Waller, tight end, D. Watt, quarterback. I think it's solid all around, to be honest.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. I
Yeah,
love
Cooper
Reek.
Kupp's such a solid wide receiver, too.
Lil Kev knows I love Derrick Henry. He's a robot.
It all depends
Like
on
the-
if it depends on Todd Gurley if it's good or not. My opinion.
Yeah.
I think J.K.
It's-
Dobbins' upside could
yeah,
also help
he-
out later if Gurley ends up getting hurt or
Right.
something. Marlon Mack could end up being solid depending on Jonathan Taylor takes over the backfield.
And he's
Yeah.
got the
So
two
what ifs?
top receiver guys, rookie receivers at the ends. I think that's definitely going to help him.
Top 2 receiver
Yeah.
guys.
Top 2 receiver guys.
All right, we're dragging on a little bit here, so I think we'll wrap up the mock draft. Thanks for everyone who came out and drafted with us, hung out. And let's just move into a couple Q&A questions that we got over the last couple of days here. One question was from on Twitter for our first start sit question of the year. Someone that's already done a draft at
That
Like
time
it.
of the year.
I
At-
like it.
K_Kelly62, Kevin Kelly, shout out Double K, asked a start sit question for week 1. Who would you rather start week 1, Noah Fant versus the Titans or Mike Gesicki versus the Patriots?
I think you have to go Font
Yeah.
because the Patriots just lock up
They
everybody.
tight ends have the hardest time against the Patriots.
Yep.
I'm definitely taking Noah Fant.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Noah Fant too, personally. First of all, just love his big play ability. And the Titans were worse last year against the tight end than the Patriots. So
Yeah, that helps.
I don't know why we're saying it Noah Fant, but his name is Noah Fant.
Noah Fant, whatever.
Give him a little.
I was like, why did I just say it like that?
Noah Fant.
His name is Noah Fant.
Noah Fanta.
All right. And then one other question we got this week was at Sam Chaffa asked DJ Moore or Allen Robinson at wide receiver. I'll let you guys start it off.
Allen
It's
Robinson.
tough. I'm gonna have to. It's like so close, but I like DJ Moore's upside a lot more.
Yeah, he has a bigger upside, but Allen Robinson definitely safer. He had like 150 targets last year, and if Foles is a starter, expect that to maybe go up. I don't know how much higher it can go, but I'm taking A-Rob.
You're up.
If they're both there, I'm taking DJ Moore.
DJ Moore for me. Love DJ Moore. He's got that.
Brand new team.
I just like the Panthers' offense better. He's got Christian McCaffrey in the backfield that's going to take up pretty much all of the defense tension. So I think it's going to leave DJ Moore as like someone that's the second option on that team. So I really like DJ Moore this year. I think, honestly, we were splitting hairs. I think I have DJ Moore ranked 9th, Allen Robinson ranked 10th. But DJ Moore, I like his upside just a little bit more. Also like his quarterback play a little bit more.
Agreed.
All right. And then that was the last question we had here. If anyone has any questions in the chat or any other questions, feel free to shout them out. But Q.
It's a bad day to be a Twisted Tea.
Bad day to be. It's the worst day to be a Twisted Tea.
When's our sponsor going to come in from them?
I'm working on it.
All right. And I guess we'll just get into Q's joke of the week here. Q, wrap up the podcast here.
This is my last joke of being
Whoa.
from till I'm 24. Next joke, I'll be 24.
Q
years
is in
old.
Atlantis right now.
Oh, sorry, that's my chair. All right. So I don't know if I'm allowed to do dirty jokes, so I had to hide it. Like maybe we'll save that for next week when I'm actually drinking. But how did the hipster burn his mouth?
I don't
We
know.
don't know.
Some
His
Starbucks.
Starbucks was too hot.
He ate his pizza before it was cool.
Oh no,
Wow, Q.
it wasn't that bad.
That was
That
okay.
bad.
It was better than last week's. I don't remember what last week's was, but last week's was pretty bad.
I remember taking a laugh list.
Sam ranked your joke here 1 out of 10. So
I give it a 0.5.
Vince gave me a 6 out of 10 for last week's joke, so I'll take that.
all right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for us this week. Going on a little bit longer than usual, but we'll always be roughly an hour. Make sure to follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, look up Super Fantasy Bros on YouTube. I believe we're the first ones there now, as well as on the Instagram, on Twitter. Follow us on there. Make sure you're just staying up to date. We'll be helping you win your league this year. And as the season starts, I think roughly 8 days from now.
Yes,
So make sure you're prepared.
Oh
It's big draft weekend this week. So everybody get in those last drafts, get in those last leagues, and
Don't
hopefully
forget Thrive
football
Fantasy.
makes it through the season.
Yep.
Don't forget to download Thrive Fantasy and use our code.
Super FB.
Yep.
Super FB. Yeah. Make sure you download that app. Support us on there.
If you don't win your league, you can win daily on Thrive Fantasy.
That's facts.
It's true. All right, guys, it's a wrap.